This article is called News Debate Cashing In. Should kids be paid for doing well in school? Need money? Then study up. Some cities are offering kids cash for doing well in school. In New York City, some fourth graders will receive up to $25 this year for every state test they ace. Schools in other states also offer incentives. One in Massachusetts town, kids receive $25 for perfect attendance. In Dallas, some schools motivate or encourage kids by giving students $2 for every book they read. Some people say the incentives are a good way to motivate kids to study. Others say paying children to learn is wrong because kids are the ones who benefit from schoolwork. WR News student reporters Andrew Jing and Caitlin Lastaris each took a side. No, getting good grades in school is what kids are supposed to be doing. Paying kids for getting good grades in school? That's outrageous. Getting good grades in school is what kids are supposed to be doing. Students get the benefit from education, so why should we get paid? You don't expect to get paid to eat, do you? Your teachers and staff have already gone to school and have already gotten their educations. They don't need your good grades. You do. It's not like a job. You get good grades for your own good, says student Rolina Liu. Many important things in life are not necessarily motivated by money. Education is one of them. Try to do well in school so that you'll have a better shot at being successful in the real world. You shouldn't have to be paid to do that. Yes, if you reward us, it may motivate us to do great in subjects we don't like. Adults go to work and get paid for their jobs. A kid's job is to go to school. By paying us for doing well in school, you are helping prepare us for the real world. If you give us a toy, we can play with it. If you give us money, however, we can save it or buy something nice. We can even give it to charity. Almost anything is possible. Student Brett Upperman agrees that kids should be rewarded with money for schoolwork. Kids need money so we can save it for college, and I want to buy a house someday, says Brett. If you reward us with money, it may motivate us to do great in subjects we don't like, and then we'll start doing well by ourselves. This could give us a big boost for the rest of our lives. Okay, question number 1. According to the text, how much money do some students receive for perfect attendance? And if you go back to paragraph 1, you can find the answer to this question. Number 2, how does the author present the information in this text? Is it A, the author describes the issue of paying students for doing well in school, then sets forth arguments for and against paying for grades? Or the author describes different states in the U.S. that are paying students for schoolwork and then points out that student reporters took sides on the issue. So you can go back to paragraphs 1 and 2 would help you with this one. Number 3, read these sentences from the text. In New York City, some fourth graders will receive up to $25 this year for every state test they ace. Schools in other states also offer incentives. In one Massachusetts town, kids receive $25 for perfect attendance. In Dallas, some schools motivate or encourage kids by giving students $2 for every book they read. What can you conclude based on this evidence? A, all cities and towns provide students with financial incentives to improve their performance in school. Or B, some cities offer rewards to students for their achievements at school, but not every city rewards the same behavior. Number 4, what can be inferred from the text? So what do you understand by reading the text? Is it C, not all schools pay their students to do well? Or D, paying students to do well in schools is very effective? Number 5, what would be another good title for this text? Would it be A, the pros and cons of paying students for good grades? Or B, education benefits you for life. So which one do you think would be another good title or describe this text? Number 6, read these sentences from the text. Student Brett Uberman agrees that kids should be rewarded with money for schoolwork. Kids need money so we can save it for college, and I want to buy a house someday, says Brett. In these sentences, what does the word rewarded most nearly mean? Is it C, given a strong education, or D, given something for good work? Number 7, choose the word that best completes the sentence. Some people are against paying kids for good grades, blank. They feel it is a student's responsibility to do well on their own. Is the best choice A, because, or B, when? So which one of those words would fit best in this sentence? All right, 8 and 9 are extended responses. Number 8, how do some schools in the city of Dallas try to motivate students to read? So you can go back to paragraph 1 and see what the motivation is. Number 9, what do you think might make a school more likely to consider paying students? Use evidence from the text to support your answer. So I gave you a sentence starter here. It says they may pay students because. So why do you think schools would pay students? What would it make them more likely to do? And then use evidence from this passage to support.